Hello, guys. Today we are going to be talking about finding the inverse of a matrix. Now, I'm going to pick A of it to work out, then you can work out the rest and tell me the answers in the comment section. Okay, now, guys, let this matrix be A. Now, what is the inverse of A? Inverse of A written as A like this, A inverse, we call it A inverse, is having the expression A inverse is equals to 1 all over the determinant of A, then times the adjoint of A. It is very important. So you see, for you to actually find the inverse of this 3 by 3 matrix, you need to find the determinant of A and you need to find the adjoint of A. So we're going to take it one by one. So we're going to start with the first thing, which is going to be the determinant of A. What do we mean by determinant of A? What do we mean by this? Now, this is how you're going to work it out. Now, check the screen. You find out that I've given expression for determinant of A. Now, take note, it is no longer like this, the matrix. Instead, we have straight lines. Now, this straight line means determinant. Okay, so take note of that. Very important. Now, let's go back to our question. The method of doing this is to note that this is positive, this is negative, and this is positive. Very important. So we do what we call like the cover-up way of working it or method, where the first letter is 3, okay? Then the method is to cover everything that has to do with 3. Now, I'm going to cover the row that has to do with 3, then cover the column that has to do with 3. Now, if you do that, you end up with 1, 8, 3, 4. Okay, very important. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. So this is going to be 1, 8, 3, 4. I have it. Okay, then the next is going to be minus 8. Remember where I got the minus from, because this is minus, right? Now, if you cover 8, I'm going to cover 8, okay, both the column and the row. So if you check, what I have is 4, 8, minus 1, and 4. Very important. So that is the method of doing it. So you take note of what I just said now. So we are going to have 4, 8, minus 1, and 4. And of course, the last one is to have plus 2. And what I'm going to have now will be 4, 1, then minus 1, and 3. Now, this is the method of getting the determinant of A. Now, moving forward, this is what it's going to be. This is 3. So the way of doing it is making sure that this diagonal is being multiplied and this diagonal be multiplied. Then you find the difference, which is going to be like what I'm going to have now. 1 times 4, I have it in bracket, then minus into 3 times 8. Close the bracket. Okay, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. This is 8. The second one, we have 4 times 4. Then we have minus into 8 times minus 1. Then we have plus 2 into, we have 4 times 3 into minus, then minus 1 times 1. See, it is very important that you express your work in this manner, all right, to avoid mistakes. So this is going to be 3. Then here I have 4 minus 24, cover the bracket, minus 8. Here I'm going to have 16 plus 8. Then this is plus 2. Here I'm going to have 12 plus 1. Now, some people ask, why is this plus and why is this plus? Now, this is a singular reason. You see, this is minus. So this minus multiplying this minus turns to plus. The same thing. This minus multiplying this minus turns to plus. So take note of that, okay? So our A, determinant of A, will now be, this is minus 20 times 3, we have minus 60. Then the rest will be, once you sum everything, it will give you minus 2 2, 6. So this is the determinant. Now we'll go to adjoint. Okay. That's the next thing. We're going to be looking at the adjoint of A. What is the adjoint of A? Now, this will be the transpose of the cofactor matrix of A. And what do I mean? Let the cofactor matrix be B. Now, how do I get the cofactor matrix? Let me show you how to get it. Okay, so let's continue. Now, take note of this. We are going to use the knowledge of what we did in the determinant, in finding the determinant, in the sense that we are going to cover this. Now, when we cover this, what is going to be left will be that both the column and the row being covered. So we are going to be left with 1, 8, 3, 4. Very important. Okay. Now, when we cover 8, we are going to, that is, we are covering 8 now. So anything that has to do with the, what is it called now? Anything that has to do with the column and the row of 8 will be taken up. So I'm going to be left with 4, 8, minus 1, and 4. So I have 4, 8, minus 1, and 4. Now, covering 2, what I'm going to have now will be 4, 1, minus 1, and 3. Now, the difference between these, one of the differences between these and finding the determinant is that you are going to do for each and every term, the 9 terms there, or the 9 numbers there. So covering 4, it means that anything that has to do with 4 will be covered. So both this column and this row will be covered. So what I'm left with will be 8, 2, 3, 4. All right. So take note of that. Let me reduce this so that we can actually work. All right. Okay. So covering it, I'm going to have 8, 2, 3, 4. Now covering the next, which is 1, I'm going to have covering 1 now. I'm going to have 3, 2, then minus 1, 4. So I've covered 1. Then covering 8, what I'm going to have will be 3, 8, minus 1, 3. This is what I'm going to have. So it means I've gotten what I want. All right. Now, what to do next is that we are going to work each one, multiplying this, then multiplying this, and find the difference. Now, this is going to be 4 minus 24, which is minus 20 in this case. This is going to be 16 plus 8, which is going to be 24. Then this is going to be 12 plus 1, which is going to be 13. This is what you are going to do for each and every one of them. Okay, now everything is completed. Now the next important thing to do is to take note that this is positive, this is negative, 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 and this is positive. So we'll just go on to have our B. So now B will now be a matrix of, now we'll pick the first one, which is going to be minus 20. Now the second one is supposed to be 24, but because of that negative, it's going to be minus 24. Then the third one is going to be 13. So here we have minus 26, and here we have 14 and minus 17. Then I have 62, I have minus 16. And of course, we have minus 29. So I'm done with having the B. All right. But don't forget that we said that the adjoint of B is very important. Okay. So what we need to do, sorry, not adjoint of B, but transpose of B. Let me correct it. What we are going to do now is to find the transpose. So we have the transpose of B, very important. Now, what do we mean by the transpose of B? Now, the transpose of B is simply written as B transpose, okay? It's just a matter of changing the rows of B to columns. Like you see, this I'm going to change it. Instead, I'm going to have minus 20, then minus 24, and 13. I'll do the second line too, which is going to be minus 26, 14, and minus 17. Then the last one will be 62, minus 16, then minus 29. This is what I have as my transpose of B. Now, remember we said that the transpose of B is actually the adjoint of A in this case. Hence, we can move further to say, therefore, the inverse has been found. So that, let me write the formula so that you won't forget, is this, then times the adjoint of A. So therefore, A inverse will now be equals to 1 over, let's go and get our determinant. What did we get as our determinant? Okay, minus 226. So we'll come back, this minus 226, and into the matrix, okay, of minus 20, minus 26, then 62, minus 24, 14, and minus 16. Then here is 13, minus 17, minus 29. All right, this is how it is being written. This minus, let me just put it here. All right, it is better this way. So this is the answer. This is how to find the inverse of any given matrix. That is a 3 by 3 matrix. I want to believe you watched the video and you enjoy how to find the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. So please stick around, make sure you make your comments, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Then lest I forget, I have this B, C, and D that I haven't done. So pick any one, solve it, and let me know the answer in the comment section. Okay, I'll be very happy to see your answers. Thank you so much, and we'll meet next time.